but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin a 4-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back. It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me. And the Orioles are back into their winning ways. They've picked up another sweep. They wrapped up a 6-game homestand in positive fashion, a 4-2 homestand after losing 2 out of 3 of the Tigers. The Orioles swept the Angels and are now at 10 games under 500, which for most teams out there in baseball would be a disaster, and people would be talking about, this team is done. Well, we already experienced being done. That was the first couple of months of the season. Right now, we've got nothing to lose, basically. Nobody's expecting us to turn this season around, so why not? We've got a chance to really claw our way back into contention with this here series, the Tampa Bay Rays. Let me see here. They were on the cusp of the final wild card spot last I checked. In fact, they are now sitting in the very top wild card spot, a record of 39-32. Right now, the Rays, Blue Jays, and Mariners hold the 3 wildcard spot. The final wildcard spot, the Mariners, are just 36-34. 2 games over 500, folks, is what it takes right now to be sitting in a wildcard spot. 2 games over. We are 10 games under. Quick math, that's 6 games. We are 6 games back of the final wild card spot, and we're playing one of those wild card teams head to head for 4 games starting tonight. We need to win 3. That is the assignment. If we were to sweep a 4-game road series, which is not easy to do, I don't care who the opponent is, we can celebrate that. That would be fantastic. But right now, I'm interested in 3 out of 4 because a split is only going to help us tread water, and time's ticking. Every game we play is another little granule of sand that drops to the bottom of the hourglass, and time continues to roll on. We got to win. So tonight we got a starting pitching matchup of Zach Eflin. Eflin's got a 6-2 record, folks. 6-2. Not bad for a team 10 games under. 4.08 ERA. He'll be up against Ryan Pepiot, a right-hander for the Rays. He's got a record of 3-6 and a pretty good ERA of 3.31. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the visiting Orioles. First of all, let's go over one note for the roster. Cade Povich, folks. Prepare yourselves. I know you're not going to want to hear it. We've got another pitcher on the disabled list. Cade Povich has hit the 15-day DL with hip inflammation. The good news is it's not an arm issue, which is always for a pitcher good. The Orioles are saying with this injury update that they expect it to be a minor issue, but how many times have we heard that? I'll believe it when I see it, but it's the 15-day DL for Cade Povich, which means at minimum he's going to miss a few starts. But we do have a backup plan, folks, and even though it hasn't been officially announced yet, deductive logic would lead one to the conclusion that coming up in Game 3 of this series, Trevor Rogers will be in this rotation while Cade Povich is out. So, in the meantime, the Orioles, in a corresponding move, sending Povich to the DL, they brought up Colin Selby. Now, Selby's only up for a couple of games just to give the bullpen a little bit of extra help, because calling up Trevor Rogers today doesn't really help the team. He's just going to be sitting for a couple of days until we need him. So in situations like this, if you're looking at the roster move and wondering, well, why would we bring up Selby? Why wouldn't we bring up Rogers? Well, that's the reason. You wait until it's Rogers' turn to pitch, and you make that move. So Selby is going to be on this roster probably for 2 games, tonight and tomorrow, and then expect on Wednesday for the move to bring Rogers up to make the start. Right now, it is a to-be-determined slot. Dean Kramer's pitching tomorrow. Should be Rogers for Game 3, and then Game 4, Charlie Morton, which then leaves Sagano lined up to start the first game against the Yankees. That is the next series, folks. The Yankees, the Orioles traveling to the Bronx this weekend for some fun and games. So a big week of Orioles baseball coming up, folks. Get excited, feel optimistic, and no matter what happens, hang in there. Starting lineups for the visiting Orioles. By the way, Ryan O'Hearn and Colton Cowser back in the lineup after missing a couple of games apiece with respective minor injuries. Very lefty-heavy lineup tonight against a right-handed pitcher. Just 2 right-handed bats in the lineup. Jackson Holliday will lead off and play second base. Adley Rutschman will bat second and do the catching. Gunnar Henderson will hit third and play at shortstop. Jordan Westberg will DH and be the cleanup hitter. Ryan O'Hearn will bat fifth and play at first base. Ramon Arias is at third base hitting sixth. Ced Mullins in center field will bat seventh. Colton Cowser in left field hitting eighth. And finally, Dylan Carlson will bat ninth and play in right field. So a lefty, a switch, a lefty, a right, a lefty, a right, a lefty, a lefty, and a switch. Just the 2 right-handers, Westberg and Arias, against the righty Pepiot. For the Rays, Josh Lowe is going to lead off and play right field. Brandon Lau, spelled the same, pronounced different. He's at second base and batting second. Yainer Diaz is the DH hitting third. Jonathan Aranda, the cleanup hitter at first base, having a nice season hitting .319. Junior Caminero is at third base batting fifth. Is it Jeff Mangum? Or am I thinking of, it's Jake Mangum. Jeff Mangum was the front man for the indie rock band Neutral Milk Hotel. This is Jake Mangum. He's in center field batting sixth. Jose Caballero is at shortstop hitting seventh. Danny Jansen, the catcher, hitting eighth. And Christopher Morel will bat ninth and play in left field. All right. There's your lineups. There's your pitching matchup. Let's see. What else? Again, we're playing at Steinbrenner Field. This is the spring training complex for the New York Yankees. They have loaned the facility off to the Rays, who are without a permanent home after Tropicana Field got hit by that hurricane last year. Honestly, I think Mother Nature did the right thing. That venue was an absolute dump. It is 91 degrees currently down in southern, western Florida, Gulf side of Florida, and Tampa. 91 degrees. Sunny, partly cloudy skies, and they're showing me a little bit of a thunderbolt. There could be some scattered showers. You know how Florida is. Typical Florida weather, folks. Hot, muggy, and some chance of rain. But usually they just, drop 5-minute showers and go on their way. Let's get this game up on the TV here. It's now half past the hour. Make sure everything's up and running smooth. Hope everybody's doing well in the Charm City chat. Had a good rest of your weekend. Big week of baseball, folks. Maybe we're delusional. Maybe we're just setting ourselves up for heartache. I don't know, but I'm willing to put my heart out there. Just got to keep winning series, folks. That's the idea. Keep winning series. And let the chips fall where they may. All right, well, this initial link isn't working. That's not a good sign. Come on now. What are we doing here? Stand by, please. Stand by. Well, ain't that about... Give me something now. This game is supposed to start in 3 minutes. Where's my link? Yeah. Just play some hold music in your head, folks. None of these links are working. What is going on? All right, time to go to the backup channel, at least to start the ball game. I don't know what's going on here. It's just a black void where a game should be. So we are going to go with the backup channel, which means I'm going to be behind. You may have to adjust your own broadcast if you're watching along with me. If you're able to pause your game, you might have to pause it and sync up because I'm going to be behind, at least to start the game. Hopefully this backup channel is going to work. I'm giving myself enough time here. Good Lord. Oh, boy. This isn't getting annoying or anything. Could I please? Okay. Game is up. Sorry, I'm just sitting here silently, folks. I'm doing everything I can to check on the better version of my stream here. Because I know this one I'll be watching right now is going to be behind. Oh, I can't do anything. I can't do anything for now. First pitch is supposed to be a minute away. And right now, the feed I'm watching is in commercial break. We'll see how far I'm behind. But, folks, if I am far behind, just, what are you going to do? Again, either adjust your TVs or turn them off and listen to me call a game like it's on the radio. I'll do my best. Otherwise, this may not be the best night to hang out. Apologies. Maybe the regular stream will be ready at some point, but not for now. Charm City chat, how the heck are you guys doing? Jackson Holiday is apparently stepping up to the box right now. And I'm still in commercial. Oh, it's loud. Okay. Good grief. Jeez Louise. Okay. I'm not touching anything. If I mess with my computer anymore, I might not have anything. Jackson Holliday is stepping into the batter's box right now. Even though I can already see he's taken 2 pitches, so I'm going to be at least 2-3 pitches behind, folks, to start the ball game. As soon as I announced strike or the first pitch, you know where I am, and try to adjust your broadcast accordingly. Again, apologies. Ryan Pepiot is just moments away from the first pitch. And here it comes to Jackson Holliday. It's just a bit low for ball 1. That is the first pitch of the ball game, folks. Please adjust accordingly. The 1-0 is high. 2-0 on Jackson. 259 the average. And Holliday has already surprised me by taking pitches. The 2-0 up and away, 3-0. Jackson Holliday mixing things up. Showing some patience, got a 3-0 count. Top of the zone, called a strike from Pepiot. Holliday with 8 homers, 27 driven in. On base percentage, though, just .309. Swing and a miss, full count. Game 1 of 4 here, folks, in Tampa at the Steinbrenner Field. I think this place has a capacity of somewhere around 10,000. That is ball 4, folks. Pepiot's payoff pitch, a foot off the plate outside. Lead-off walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Promising start. Jackson Holliday showing that he can draw a walk out of the leadoff spot, making BW very, very happy. Here's Adley Rutschman. He takes high. Ball 1. Keep showing some patience. Pepiot doesn't look like he's too sharp right now.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Wow, a close play at first. Holliday is called safe. The Rays may challenge it. It was a close pickoff attempt. And if Holliday winds up, they're going to challenge this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's definitive. That glove kind of curls onto the... I don't know. I don't know if you've got conclusive evidence there. It's still too damn close for our liking. Holliday has got to learn how to manage the leads he takes off first a little better. Oh, what's going on now? Now we got to pause. Now my backup stream is frozen. Come on, what more can go wrong here? We're in a challenge, or at least we were. Is this the... Okay. Okay, it's still in replay review. Again, folks, I'm behind. If you are watching along, I'm almost 100% guaranteed behind you. So please, no spoilers in the chat, and try and pause your game and sync up with me if you can. Right now, we're still waiting on the call on this challenge of the fingertips. But you can't tell that there's contact there. That's the problem. I'm watching the Rays broadcast team, so obviously they're going to try their best to convince you that it's definitely out, but he might have been out. My thing is that the evidence doesn't justify overturning the call. There's not a definitive shot, in my view. Here comes the call. Call in the field stands. And the Rays lose their challenge, one batter into the ball game. This isn't the first time this has happened to an opponent. It just happened in the last game, right? Against the Angels, the first batter of the game thought he got hit by a pitch. Zach Neto, they challenged and they lost. So Holiday remains on at first. It's a 1-0 count on Adley. And that pitch is called a strike, knee-high on the inside corner. Rutschman hitting .232 with 7 home runs. Swing and a miss. He got a fastball right in there. Took a big cut. And missed it. 1-2 on Rutschman. Holiday at first. Just starting the ball game. Pitch off the plate, 2-2. How about a bugle, folks? Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 95 on the outside black, and Rutschman cannot touch it. One away. Gunnar Henderson, folks.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
First pitch to Gunnar. That one's drilled in the right. Oh, it's caught at second base, and Jackson is doubled up. Holy cow, it's like this inning was never meant to be. Oh, off the bat of Gunnar, that looked like an extra base hit ticketed for right center, but the second baseman with a leaping grab and throwing to first before he even hits the ground to double off Holiday to win the inning. How do you like that, folks?
Big buck, stop it all.
My goodness. Auspicious beginning to tonight's game. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, Rays coming up. Charm City chat, how the hell are you? We've got Chilo, Orioles, Chowalor, Let's Go Ravens, Sulphur, Birdland, Mazzo, Patrick, Goman, Ronnie, Joel, PETA, Timothy, KPK 33X, Mr. Hyde, Darren. Lots of people here in the Charm City chat tonight. Bam 6956, George. Did I miss anybody? Book Doc, Ryan, Vonnie, holy cow, Michael, Carl, Hussein, Baxter, Bluesman. Good grief, Mac. I may not be able to do this anymore. There's a lot of you. Carl. I hope everybody whose name I've read off has hit the like button already. Who else? Did I get Edward Frank? Did I get everybody? Dr. Garrow, Daniel. I think I'm caught up. Holy cow. A lot of people in here, folks. Over 100 are here right now. 113 people. We've got 45 likes, folks. Let's just get it out of the way. Do your part and just hit that thumbs up. Get it out of the way, folks. You won't even have to worry about it for the rest of the night. You'll hear me talk about it a few more times, but you won't have to worry. You know you've already done your job. Tap that like button, folks. Less than half of you here have done it. Let's get it out of the way. Zach Eflin's on the mound. First pitch is a ball. And the 1-0 to Josh Lowe is fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's going good, Blue Man. How are you? The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball. Where'd that miss, Blue? Just a bit outside, apparently. 2-1. Josh Lowe hitting .238. That one is hit in the air high to right field. Stay in the yard. Stay in the yard. That ball is gone. Wow. What a difference between the top and bottom half of the inning. The Orioles get off to a promising start. Holiday gets on base. We survive a challenged pickoff attempt call, and we wind up hitting into a line drive double play. Here's the Rays. First batter of the ball game. A hanger. An absolute hanger from Eflin. And Josh Lowe clears the right field wall by about 5 feet. 1-0 Rays in the first. Here is Brandon Lau. Line drive, base hit into center field. 2 hard hit balls off of Eflin on back-to-back pitches. About the only positive thing you can say is the order of things. Home run, then single. If it were the other way around, it'd already be 2-0 right now. Eflin needs to figure out what the hell he's doing wrong here and settle down. Here is Yandy Diaz. First pitch is inside, ball 1. KPK, I don't think so. Here's a ground ball to third, to second for 1, over to first. 2, a double play, just what the doctor ordered. Arias starts a double play ball. He takes several steps to his left, throws a strike to second. Holiday with the relay to first. Just in time. Bases empty, 2 down. For Jonathan Aranda. Curveball at the bottom of the zone called a strike to Aranda. He's hitting .319, 8 homers, 39 driven in. He's got an on-base percentage of .411. That one's lined to right field. Down to the corner, and that is for extra bases. Aranda will slide into second base with a 2-out double. It's the 3rd hard hit ball off of Eflin in the inning. A single, a double, and a home run. Luckily, a double play ball mixed in there. You would have to feel extremely fortunate if this inning ends just 1-0 with the way this game has started. Here is Junior Caminero. First pitch to Caminero is off the plate. 1-0. That was only the 10th pitch from Eflin. A lot has gone wrong in the first 9. That one is fouled behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Camanero's hitting .246. He's got 17 home runs. That's more than anybody on our team has. And he's a kid. He's a spring chicken. 1-1 pitch. Popped up behind the plate. Rutschman takes off the mask, but it's well into the stands. Strike 2. 1 more strike gets us out of the inning. Pitch count is fine. Eflin gets Caminero on this next pitch. That's 13 pitches. I'm just worried about everything he's throwing in the zone because it's gotten hit pretty hard here. All right, 1-2 on Caminero after a brief delay. Eflin checks the runner at second. Here comes the pitch. In there, bottom of the zone, called strike 3, inning over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, well, the game started terribly. A leadoff home run. It got worse. 2 more hits, a single and a double. Yet somehow the Orioles only give up the 1 run. Let's try and move on. We go to the second inning. Rays 1, Orioles nothing. And BW is going to try once more to get the stream he usually relies on to get this ball game up, and hopefully we can catch up. And I can bring the scoreboard up. And then if you guys have made any adjustments to get in sync with me, well, we'll have to do it one more time. Let's see if I can get this game up. Oh, it's up. All right. We are done using the backup stream, which means this next inning should be starting in just a few seconds. I get to skip the commercials. All right. Okay, there is the scoreboard. Westberg, O'Hearn, and Arias coming up. All right, folks. BW is rocking and rolling. We'll blame that 1 run on that other stream. All right, here we go, folks. Westberg, first pitch hacking, fouls it away. Westberg, average at .234.
West is that way.
Of course, he's missed a lot of time this season. Oh, 1 pitch is fouled straight back. So I'm back now to where I need to be, folks. Hopefully you'll adjust accordingly. That was strike 2 on Westberg, leading off the top of the second. Swing and a miss. He chased a changeup nearly in the dirt. Westy down on 3 pitches for the first out here. That's right, folks. All-Star Game voting updates. Ryan O'Hearn is now the leader at the DH spot. How about them apples? And O'Hearn drills one deep down the right field corner, but it's going to go foul. I don't know if that ball has landed yet. Somewhere in St. Pete. So, yes, Ryan O'Hearn, your current leader in the voting, folks. In the voting popularity contest, Ryan O'Hearn, top DH. Here's a ground ball to second. And the momentum will take the fielder all the way to the first base bag for a short flip. A 4-3 ground out for O'Hearn. Jackson Holliday, meanwhile, second in the voting at second base behind Gleyber Torres, and it's a pretty close race at the moment. If Holliday can heat up, you have to think Gleyber is getting some extra voting along with other Tiger players based on the fact that they've got the best record in the league. Here is a strike to Ramon Urias.
I have a brother.
The count now 1-1, 2 down, nobody on. As long as Matt Chapman is healthy and with the team, Devers is not playing third base. Swing and a miss, 1-2 on Urias. Waving at a changeup, way out in front. The pitch. Popped foul, out of play. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Both teams around 500 in the division. Orioles are 8-8. The Rays 10-9 in division play. Yeah, you can tell me Chapman's old. He's still playing Gold Glove caliber defense, and they're paying him money to be an everyday player, so you can tell me he's 57, but he's playing third base. There's a swing and a miss. Urias strikes out, and the inning is over. Orioles go quietly here. Bottom of the second, coming up 1-0 Rays. I think that Devers situation is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's so strange because if the Red Sox didn't sign Alex Bregman, none of this would have ever happened. It's an ego problem. So basically, in so many ways, the Red Sox traded Devers for Bregman, plus whatever stuff they got back in the actual trade, I guess. But I mean, they gotta extend Bregman, right? He's a free agent after this year, I think. I don't know. Isn't it like a 1-year deal? What's the Bregman contract? It's a 3-year deal, but it has an opt-out after each of the first years. So that's the deal. Bregman could opt out after this year, and he's having a really good year. He might want to test free agency versus take... Thing is, though, he's making $40 million. I mean, you're going to opt out and expect to make more than $40 million? That's already, like, one of the biggest annual salaries for a position player around. Other than, like, Soto and Judge... 1 or 2 other guys, maybe. That's already a ton of money. All right, we are in the bottom of the second inning. It is Jake Mangum at the plate. And he looks at a first pitch strike from Eflin. A sinker at 92. Curveball bounces in for ball 1. Mangum is hitting .301 in limited action. 1 homer, 18 RBI. Some positive words here in the chat. Stupid. Bum. 1-2 the count on Mangum. After a brief pause, here is the next pitch. This one is chopped to second, have to hurry, and the throw is offline by Holliday. It bounces off the side stands right back toward the first base bag, so no damage in terms of the errant throw, but question is whether or not he would have beaten the runner anyway. I don't know if he would have. What's my reaction to the Devers trade? I don't really have a hot take. Give me a sec to collect my thoughts. I want to see Zach Eflin get out of trouble here. He's got the leadoff man on here in the second, and he has not looked too sharp so far tonight. I promise I'll give you my take on Devers before this game is over. That ball's drilled. Forget about it. Oh my God, it didn't go out? Holy cow, it's caught up against the wall and left. BW is so happy to be wrong. I'm so happy to be wrong. My goodness. I mean, everything about that ball leaving the bat said home run. There had to be some crosswind or something. How did that ball stay in the yard? I don't know, but I'm happy. My goodness. Folks, if you're watching along with me, you thought that ball was gone, right? I mean, the batter certainly did. 1 out, runner at first for Kenley Jansen. Or not Kenley Jansen, Danny Jensen. Sorry. Danny Jansen. Sorry. Not Kenley. Danny. I need my head examined. Sorry, folks. Might be time to light up a special lucky. Get my head on straight. Jansen's hitting right on the Mendoza line. Line drive, base hit into center field. Zach Eflin is getting absolutely torched out here. Lead runner goes to third base. First and third with 1 out. And Eflin is fooling nobody. 5 hits off of Eflin. He's gotten 4 outs and somehow only 1 run on the board. I mean, can't we just be thankful that this game isn't already lopsided and maybe think about a backup plan here? Because things aren't looking good right now. First and third, 1 out for Christopher Morel. He shows bunt, and the pitch is a foot outside. Facing the number 9 batter. Traffic on the bases, and the first pitch is a foot outside. Come on, Zach. Pitch is a little bit high. Two 2-0 the count on Morel. That ball is foul back, 2-1. Two and one on Morel. First and third, 1 out for the Rays. The pitch, a bunt attempt, and it gets past Eflin. Everybody's going to be safe. It's an RBI bunt, perfectly put down by Morel to make it 2-0. Still only 1 out in the inning with runners at first and second. Now it's 6 hits. Now it's 6 hits off of Eflin with 1 out in the second inning. Back to the top of the order. Josh Lowe hit a home run like 10 minutes ago. He's up to hit again. He shows bunt. He lays it down. Charged by Arias over to first, and they got him. Oh, a bang-bang play at first. And the Rays have already used their challenge and lost. Lowe can't believe the call. The manager getting between Lowe and the ump to argue. It looked to the naked eye that he beat it out. I got to be honest. I didn't think Arias would have a chance. Good play by Arias. He did everything he could do. Oh my goodness, this umpire's hairline is tragic. Never take that hat off again, Blue. Never take that hat off again. Here comes a replay, and oh my God, he is safe by a country mile. I've never seen a call that bad. That ball was 6 feet before getting to the glove of the first baseman when Lowe hits the first base bag. I've never seen a call that bad. I don't know how Lowe and Cash have been able to maintain their composure and not get tossed from this game. That call was so bad. What's worse, ump, that call or your hairline? I mean, we're thankful. Trust me, we're thankful. No, it's 2 down with runners at second and third, Michael. Wow. What were you looking at, Blue? Here's a ground ball to first, and we can get out of this with just the 1 run. Eflin will take the flip from first and hit the bag to win the inning. The Rays have had 6 hits through the first 2 innings. This should be at least 4-0 right now, but it's only 2-zip. Yeah, I had mentioned it. They'd used their challenge already. So, yeah, it was a perfect storm. The Rays got absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed. Well, you say don't blow your challenge, but I mean, Holiday did look out. And they only have like 3 seconds to like look at one replay shot. And the first shot I saw of Holiday looked like he was out. You have to go through that whole, well, we need definitive evidence and let's look at every angle. You know, when you're the team doing the challenging, you don't have that benefit of taking 5 angles and every, you know, you got like 3 seconds to have some guy down the clubhouse tunnel yelling back at you, hey, challenge that. And then you're relying on their best judgment, which might not be great, you know? Yeah, those. Why can't we bunt like that, Joel? I am so jealous. Can you see how vital and how damaging knowing how to lay down a bunt can be? I don't care how this game evolves. Bunting is still an art and is always going to be a part of strategy in baseball. Don't lose the art of the bunt. All right, here we go. Ced Mullins. Is that who's up? No, yeah, it's Ced. Okay. Hey, you know what to do, buddy.
Well said, now you know what to do.
2-0 Rays. We're in the top of the third. It's already been a strange one here. Mullins hits a ball to center field. And plenty of room out there. The catch is made, 1 down. Folks, get those cows up in the chat. Cowser looks at a first pitch strike on the inside edge. Cowser's hitting under 200. Of course, he hasn't had a whole lot of at-bats. Spent most of the season on the shelf after breaking that finger, sliding headfirst into that bag in Toronto in the opening series of the season. He's now behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss, 3-pitch strikeout for Cowser. Down he goes. Somebody was mentioning Cowser as a potential leadoff bat. I don't see it. I think he strikes out like this a little bit too much for my liking. He's in the right spot of the order. Two down, nobody on. Carlson takes a called strike. Late call by the ump. 0-1. Hit on the ground and through the hole. Big hole between third and short. Probably 40 feet of emptiness there. And Carlson hits it right through that giant hole. Opposite field single with two down.
Dylan, your son?
All right, that'll give Holiday a chance to do something with two down. Holiday drew a walk his first time up. And he doesn't go after the first pitch, folks. And it's a good thing because that was up and away. Don't you dare swing at that pitch. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Now that one was worth going after. Fastball right down the gut, but he missed it. Next pitch. Swing and a miss again. 1-2 on Holiday with Carlson at first base. Two down, top of the third. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Check swing, doesn't matter, it's in there. Called strike 3. Suddenly Holiday is staring at strikes. What happened, Jackson? Somebody flip a switch? Can we find somewhere between going after the first pitch and staring at strike 3? Is there some sort of middle ground we can strive for? We go to the bottom of the third. Rays 2, Orioles nothing. I think I saw somebody mention me. What was it? Wasn't that the same finger he broke last year? I remember him talking about a broken finger or something along those lines during the winter meetings. I don't remember, Birdland. I don't remember. Maybe, but I don't remember. I don't know. Hey, why not? Lovely. All right. How you doing, everybody? So, Rafael Devers. What do I have to say about it? I mean, here's my take. Some people are out there like, Devers got done wrong. You know, you don't treat your franchise player like that. You don't just move him around like he's just some utility guy. This is your, got to show this guy some respect. Well, I'm sorry, but a $300 million 10-year, or I'm sorry, $350 million 10-year deal, that's your respect, Rafi. Okay? I don't think the team wanted to move you around just to, F with you. They're simply trying to make the strongest possible lineup that they can. Make the team as strong as they can. And then that involves trying to move you around. You should be like, well, you paid me $350 million. Just tell me what I got to do. That's what I would do if someone paid me $350 million. Made me a franchise player for a career. But that's just me. Ground ball to third. It's off the diving glove of Arias and rolls into shallow left field for a leadoff single. Eflin cannot get anybody out. Eflin cannot get anybody out. Now, to be fair, the Red Sox kind of put themselves in that whole dramatic situation. I mean, they had to have known that what kind of personality Devers has, how he would react to being treated in a certain way. But it's still a pretty shocking move. It is pretty shocking. It just shows you how badly that relationship went down there. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Eflin has a 1-1 count on Jonathan Aranda. He's already got a hit tonight. Up there with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the third. That pitch is off the plate. 2-1. Seems like most folks agree with me on the Devers take. I mean, look. Now, do I understand how Devers feels like a little bit, done wrong? It's like, come on, man. I've got numbers that are projecting to be a Hall of Famer, and you're just kind of moving me around like I'm Mark McLemore or something. But look, again, the team is just trying to make it themselves as strong as they can. And you're a part of their plans, obviously. Your bat is huge, but your glove is not good. You went out and got Bregman. Obviously, Bregman has helped the team. Bregman's having a monster year. Here comes Junior Caminero. What just happened there? Did he just walk another batter now? I can't even watch. Aranda just walked. Diaz with a single, and now Aranda with a walk to begin the third inning. How many base runners has Eflin? Folks, this is getting out of hand. 2 innings pitched, 8 base runners for Eflin. Line drive right to third. They go to second for 1. Over to first. It's a double play. What the hell is going on, folks? Zach Eflin just got 2 outs and has a chance to get out of this inning without giving up anything. This is the Twilight Zone. How are the Rays not up 6-0 right now? Here is Mangum. Fouls the first pitch away. Oh and 1 on Mangum. The pitch is a curveball outside. 2 down, runner at third for the Rays. They've hit into a couple of double plays. Thankfully. Pitch. Curveball. That one was just waiting to be crushed, but luckily it's just fouled away. One strike away from somehow getting out of this inning with nothing. Pitch. Line foul, left side, actually just behind the plate. 1-2 still. Here's a wide shot of the ballpark. Just basically one little lower bowl with about, 20 rows from the field up to the top. One ball, two strikes. This will be the 40th pitch of the evening for Eflin. And that one's chopped to third. It's going to be a tough play. Arias not in time, and the run will score. An infield hit. Paper cuts, folks. It's 3-0. 8 hits. They've scored a run in each of the first 3 innings. Meanwhile, the Orioles have a hit. Jose Caballero looks at a curveball low. Good grief. I know Chilo wants some bullpen activity. Even though Eflin clearly doesn't have it tonight, they're going to try and wait as long as they can until it's a 4 or 5 run game. That's just typically how things go. An old school manager would have yanked Eflin already. Weaver would have yanked him. One ball, one strike, runner at first, 2 down. There goes the runner. No throw. Oh, the runner did not go. Sorry. I saw that runner start to go. It was just a deke. Now a check on that runner. Oh, man, my stomach is empty. Shoot. And it's only the 3rd inning. This ball's hit to short. Should end the inning. Gunner throws on the run, and that'll do it. Caballero grounds out to short. The Rays add another run. A 2-out hit by Jake Mangum, scoring Yandy Diaz at the end of 3. It's the Rays 3 and the Orioles nothing. I mean, we better string some hits together. What is this nonsense? Come on now. We got to set a tone. Game 1 of a 4-game series. What would I do if I were manager with Eflin? Well, if we had, like Albert Suarez in the bullpen as our long reliever, that's why I love Albert Suarez. This is a perfect situation where the starter doesn't have it today. You go to Albert, and he can bridge that game to get to the 6th, 7th inning. And then you don't screw up your bullpen. But we don't really have that option right now. You know, and Blewett might be able to give you a couple innings plus, but he just did that for us last night, so he's not available. You brought up Selby to fill in for a couple of games before Trevor Rogers gets called up. But he's not going to give you more than an inning, and you probably don't want to bring him in unless it's a game that's either out of reach for us or we're comfortably ahead. You don't want him in a high leverage spot. You just got to roll the punches here. Hope Eflin can get through at least the fourth or the fifth with no more damage. Here we go. Not happening. Oh, maybe happening. That ball's still going. That ball's going to go! Adley Rutschman tricks BW. First pitch swinging a fly ball to right field. And with Adley's body language, I thought he had just hit a pop-up. It is a home run. Bye-bye, birdie. We're on the board, and I got to figure out up from down, folks. I'm confused. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's magic, you know.
Okay. 3-1. And here's a base hit. Gunner shoots the hole up the middle. Nobody out, and suddenly the tying run coming up already. What's going on? Here comes Westberg. First pitch to Jordan is on the bottom of the zone for a strike. A slider from Pepiot. Well spotted. Westberg struck out his first time up. I think it was on 3 pitches. So there's a ball inside. 1-1 the count on Westberg, folks. Here's the pitch. That one is a changeup that sort of danced from the top of the zone to the inside. Missing the strike zone. Westberg lays off. It's 2-1. 2-1. We got speed on at first. Pitch. Up and away. 3-1, folks. Hitters count. Westberg looks at ball 4. You called that a strike? What? Low and in. Low and in. What are you looking at? All right, maybe it wasn't low, but it was definitely inside. Bottom of the zone inside. Full count on Westberg. Pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. One more bad call, Blue, and you're getting the bees. Here comes the next pitch. Outside, laid off. Ball 4. Folks, we've got 2 on, nobody out.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
It's time to turn and burn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Ryan O'Hearn up there with the tying runs on and nobody out. First pitch fouled straight back. Folks, your current leader in the All-Star voting at DH at the plate right now. Oh, and 1 the count. Pitch. He stares at a fastball right in there, a cutter. It's 0-2. 0-2 on O'Hearn. Nobody out. Even if you make an out, make it a productive one. Come on, buddy. Pitch. That one's hit to the right side. Could be a double play ball, and it is.
Big buck. Stop it all. Big buck. Stop it all. Big buck. Stop it all.
Runner at third, 2 down. Ramon Arias.
I have a brother.
First pitch. Fouled back. This game's been nuts. Already a nutty game here. 3-1 Rays. Orioles have a runner 90 feet away, but 2 down. Pitch. Up and in on Arias. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Arias chased a heater up and in. 2 strikes, 2 down. The Rays have turned the second most double plays in the league this season. Only the Angels have turned more. Pitch is high to Ramon, 2-2.
I have a brother.
Come on, let's get one more run at least out of this. Come on, Ramon. Bail out O'Hearn for that double play ball. Pop foul out of play. We'll do it again. It's a light night in baseball. I think there's only 7 games. Less than half the league playing today. Two and 2 on Arias. Pepiot's now over 50 pitches. But with 2 down in the 4th, that's fine for him. Swing and a miss. A heater again up and in, and Arias chased it for the second time in that at-bat. That might be a weakness for Ramon. Heater up and in. Should be swinging at that. That ball's coming right at your grill. He swung at it twice, struck out, and the inning is over. The Orioles do get their first run of the game. So, progress. Right, people? Progress. Huh? On an Adley Rutschman home run that I honestly thought was going to be, I don't know, probably 20 feet in front of the track for an easy out. That is his 8th dinger of the season. He's up to 20 RBI now. Well, I tell you what, this outing for Eflin is putting a hurting on his whip. It may not hurt his ERA so much as his whip. All these base runners. Eflin started the game with a better whip than Pepiot, but now Pepiot has a better whip on the season. By the way, folks, don't be confused. That's still the faucet sound effect. That's not the sound of tanks rolling down Pennsylvania Avenue. Want to make sure everybody understands the difference. Did I go there? Look at me breaking a rule. All right. Bottom of the fourth. First pitch is off the plate for ball one to Danny Jansen. One and one to count on Jansen leading off the bottom of the fourth. Got a base hit his first time up. That pitch inside. Two and two the count. That ball's lined right to Arias. My goodness, where would we be without this guy's glove on the infield tonight? He handles a hard hit ball, throws out Jansen for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. 90 degrees at night here in Tampa. I bet you it's muggy too. First pitch here to Morel is low. Morel has a hit. Who doesn't have a hit? 8 Rays hits. And only 2 in the lineup have yet to get a hit. Caminero and Caballero. Everybody else has got at least 1 hit. Jake Mangum has 2. Hard hit ball to short, backhanded by Gunnar. Throw across in time. Morel retired, 2 away. Good infield defense from the Orioles so far in the inning. And that'll flip the lineup over. Third time now through the order. Here is Josh Lowe. Eflin kicks and deals, and this is a curveball fouled away. All 4 games in this series have the exact same start time of 7:35 first pitch. So all streams for these 4 games will start at 7:20 Eastern. Easy schedule to remember this week, folks. Here's a foul ball on a 1-1 pitch. 2 strikes and 2 outs with nobody on for the Rays. Here's a ball fouled left side. The 1-2 count on Josh Lowe. Eflin about to throw pitch number 57 on the night. A foul ball again off to the right. Anybody at the game on Sunday for the straw hat? Anybody get a straw hat? One-two pitches way outside, 2-2. And another pitch up and away. Not even close. Full count now on low. Whoa! Worst pitch yet. 3 straight pitches off the plate. First 2 were up and away by about a foot, foot and a half. This one, I mean, what is going on tonight, Zach? So it's a 2-out walk, and that's going to bring the trainer out. Look, if we got an excuse, let's go ahead and go to the pen now. Let's just go. If we have an injury issue, they'll allow us to get anybody warm for as long as we need. We don't have to worry about that. So let's just take advantage. And Tony, yeah, you can watch Eflin throw a pitch, but just say, I'm gonna be precautious, Zach. Zach tried to wave the trainers away. And now the Mansolino and the trainers do go back to the dugout. Eflin basically said, get out of here. All right, Zach. Well, if you feel that good about it, then bear down and get this out. And he just threw the ball away on a pickoff attempt to first. Runner will go to second. Zach, get your head on straight, dude. Error on Eflin. Puts a runner in scoring position with 2 down for the Rays. Eflin threw that ball basically at the feet of the base runner. No shot of anybody warming up, Janet. This ball's hit hard to center field. Going back, looking up, and it's gone. It's an absolute moonshot 2-run homer from Brandon Lau. And now it's a 5-1 Rays game. So there you go, Mansolino. You had a chance. You let Eflin talk you away. You had a chance. He could have gone out there. You knew Eflin didn't have it tonight. Maybe you were trying to show some respect for him to hang in there or whatever. But with that last pitch, he had a reason to bring the trainer out. He could have made him throw a pitch. He could have made up some BS. Hey, look, I know you're saying you're okay, but I just want to be, you're too important. I'm going to go ahead and go to the pen. I mean, now what do we do? Ground ball to short. Gunner drops the initial pickup, but he does recover and throw out Yandy Diaz to win the inning. What an ugly ball game this has been. It's 5-1 Rays as we go to the 5th. I mean, I'm not mad at Eflin for having an off night. But, Mansolino, that wasn't good. Eflin, look, if he was Nolan Ryan or Bob Gibson or somebody, I can understand a guy like that telling a manager, look, just walk your ass on back to the dugout. Don't even talk to me. Come on, Mansolino. You basically just got, told by one of your players that, go sit down. I'm fine. Come on, man. Yeah, Randy Johnson. Yeah, somebody like that you can understand. All right, you telling me to go shut up and sit down? All right, all right. No offense, Eflin, but come on, man. Folks, sorry for the timing of this, but I'm only doing it now because I'm thinking of it. Please hit the like button. We're already closing in on 100 likes. We're up to 88. If you're tuned in right now and you haven't done it yet, just knock it on out of the way if you don't mind. We love to hit triple digits here in the Charm City chat. You may not like the game and how it's going so far, but how do you not like the coverage? That's what you're liking, the coverage. Thank you, folks. Thank you. All right, well, if the Orioles are going to figure out how to win this game, it's going to require the offense to get on a run. Said Mullins just popped out to third in foul ground on the second pitch. Bit of an excuse me swing and just a little pop-up. Not what you like to see to start an inning. Down 4. We really have to come in here and take 3 out of 4. I don't want to drop the first one and have to make it a gotta win 'em all situation. Come on, folks. Colton Cowser's up. First pitch is ball 1. And that's outside. It's 2-0. 2-0. Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. Cowser struck out his first time up on 3 pitches. He looks at a second strike. Had a 2-0 count, stared at 2 strikes. Now it's 2-2. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 5th. Fouled away a changeup. Here is the 2-2 from Pepiot. This one's down the left field corner. It looks like it's foul, and it is. Down near what I guess is the Oriole bullpen area. Man, this place is a dump. I mean, I get it. It's a spring training ballpark, but it's the Yankees spring training park. Two pitch, swing and a miss. He chased one, if not in the dirt, pretty darn close. 2 down. Nothing from Mullins, nothing from Cowser. It's up to Dylan Carlson to do something with 2 down. Number 9 hitter. Carlson's got a hit tonight. Fouls the first pitch away. Are the dimensions perfectly matched to Yankee Stadium? That makes sense. No wonder that Adley home run had me fooled then. Short right field porch. It was the launch angle of the ball. It looked like just hit too high. And then Adley's body language, I was like, oh, he's not happy. I guess he was happy. That's a called strike on Carlson. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Pepiot starting to rack up some Ks here. Strikes out Carlson in the inning. 5 runs, 9 hits for the Rays. The Orioles just 1 run on 3 hits plus an error by the pitcher Eflin. But don't worry. He has been charged with all 5 of the runs earned. As he should be. So what now? That's halfway through the ball game. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Rays have the middle of their order coming up. And BW is starving. Hey, Fitz, what's up, dude? Used to my team making dumb decisions involving trades. Hey, you traded for Crochet. That's a good trade, right? Come on now. Hey, if you don't like the Crochet trade, we'll trade you for Crochet. How about that? Sound good? We can give you Mountcastle. That way you got somebody at first base. Everybody's happy. All right? Deal's done. Hey, remember that guy that came in who was a Pirates fan a night or two ago? Talking about he wants to make a deal. And I'm like, all right, we'll take Skeens. He's like, you'd have to give me 5 guys for Skeens. I'm like, oh, 5? Okay, sure. You can have Jorge Mateo. I'll throw in Gary Sanchez for you. Maybe a little Colin Selby. What else you need? Levon Soto? We'll throw him in there. And he's like, no. Like 5 of your best. That's what he said. 5 of your best. I'm like, oh, my best? Well, this is my personal best. I think Mateo's the best. So, Eflin is just giving up a first pitch hit to Aranda. What are we doing? Mancelino, do you want to try to win the game? Do you want to try to win a head-to-head game against a division opponent with a 4-game series ahead of us? A team that if we can win 3 out of, we're suddenly kind of sniffing the wild card fringes. That's line down the left field corner for extra bases. It'll be 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Tony, pull him. Hello? I knew Eflin didn't have it today. 4 innings ago, the Rays have scored in every single inning. What more do you need to know? He doesn't have it. Hello? Do you want us to have a chance to win the game? Do you want us to have a chance? The Rays, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and now here in the 5th, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. And how many times did we avoid that ball's hit to left and down in the corner, extra bases, 2 runs will score standing. It's 7-1. We just gave it away. Gave a game away. We just came off a sweep. We're in the middle of riding a positive wave. Well, we just crashed out. We just crashed out. Unbelievable. Didn't give a damn enough. Unbelievable. Had Eflin just wave Mancelino back to the dugout. Treated Mancelino like a substitute teacher. Tony, you're the manager. Come on, man. BW needs a break. Oh, God. Froggy, you're doing a great job, but for tonight's game, with the way it's going right now, we can lift the ban tonight. Folks, if you need to curse, you are allowed to. We don't even have to wait for the 8th inning. Feel free to use whatever language you want, as long as you're not personally insulting each other here in the chat. Just be cool. But go ahead and let loose if you have to. All right? Again, Froggy, you're doing great work. I'm not trying to step on your toes. Here's a ground ball back to Eflin. He throws to first. There's 1 out. Runner at second moves up to third base. 7-1 Rays. Bullshit. Danny Jensen at the plate. Eflin is still out there for some reason. First pitch is fouled away. That one's nowhere close. 1-1 the count. Well, yeah, now you go to Selby. Give me Selby in this spot. Get as much out of him as you can, because he'll be gone in 2 days. This pitch is popped up. First base side, foul ground. O'Hearn has it. That is the second out, and it does keep the runner at third from scoring. If you're looking for some kind of silver lining, there you go. Christopher Morel, the number 9 hitter, up. Swing and a miss. I just don't understand. I mean, as a manager, like it's like you're a lifeguard. Like, you got to know when it's time to jump out of the chair, leap into the pool, and rescue somebody from drowning. Hello? It's like Mansolino's just sitting in the lifeguard chair with that stupid white stuff on his nose, checking out hotties and bikinis, not giving a damn. Well, somebody's drowning out there. Hello? Jump in the pool. One and two the count on Morel. Two and two the count. I mean, I told you guys, if Earl Weaver saw a pitching outing like this, he would have yanked him by the second inning, third at the latest, knowing that we had gotten away with potentially having given up way more runs than we did. There's a strikeout for Eflin to end the inning. 7 runs on 12 hits. 7 runs on 12 hits in 5 innings, and we just left Eflin out there for it all. Couple of walks thrown in there too. So 14 base runners, just about 3 per inning. Absolute nonsense. This game brought to you by Bacon Strips.
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? It's
smell bacon. 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 Gotta be bacon. Only one thing smells like bacon. That's bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. There! From that bag. What's it say? I can't read. Please, please, give me what's in the bag. Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon.
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
Oh, folks. Not a good start to this road trip. 7 games against division opponents. Both teams currently in the playoff bracket if the season ended today. And this is how we start things off. All right, here we go. It is the top of the 6th. Jackson Holiday's up. And he takes ball 1 from Pepiot. Pepiot just on 66 pitches. He can go another 2 innings easy. Holiday goes after a high slider and misses it. Count even up at 1-1. Here is a foul away. Another foul ball from Jackson. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Tony Mansolino coming in with a quote.
I apologize for Baltimore.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
I'll do the guys quickly just to forget this.
I got a feeling we'll hear something like that in the press conference after the game tonight. And when somebody asks, well, you left Eflin out there for a long time. Was there any thought behind that, or?
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
I'll do the guys quickly just to forget this one.
1-2 pitch is off the plate. 2-2 on Holiday, leading off the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. A changeup. Holiday strikes out. Pepiot having a very strong outing on the mound tonight. I hope this is the best pitcher in the rotation we're going to face, because we got 3 more games to play out here. Come on. There's a first pitch strike to Adley Rutschman. Fouled away. And the count 0-2. Rutschman with a home run on the night, the only offense for the Orioles. And that pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball he hit out of the park probably only leaves 2 stadiums, this one and Yankee Stadium. Here's a pitch up and away. The count even up at 2-2. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman onto the outfield grass makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So Holiday with a strikeout and Adley with an infield pop-up. Not exactly the stuff of Riley's going on here right now for the Orioles. 2 down for Gunnar. And I'm just hoping Pepiot can get out of this game. 1-0 pitch is a called strike to Gunnar at the knees on the outside half of the plate. Gunnar's 1 for 2. Hit on the ground the second, and that'll end the inning. We bring up Holiday, Adley, and Gunnar, and we don't get a ball out of the infield. Ryan Pepiot making short work of the Oriole offense tonight. Oh, boy. I hate Mondays. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-1 Rays.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
It is what it is, folks. You have to remember that sometimes. Something's going on and you don't like it and you feel helpless. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is. Oh, my. Hey, folks, let's take a look at that like count. Have we hit 100 yet? We have. 101. That's one for every Dalmatian.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
A big thanks to everybody for helping out the channel with hitting the like button. We've got over 100. Last night, we really crushed it. Over 150 likes. I don't think we're going to get there tonight. I know this might sound crazy, folks, but there seems to be a direct correlation between the Orioles winning and seeing good numbers for the channel and the Orioles losing and seeing not so good numbers for the channel. For some strange reason, there seems to be a connection. I'm going to try to figure it out. If you show me Zach Eflin on the mound, I will tear my hair out. Who is coming out to pitch the bottom of the 6th? Cano? Selby? Who you got? It is Soto. All right. We only have 2 lefties in our pen. Why not waste one now? Down 6. What the hell are we doing, man? What are we doing? 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Janet, I don't know if I want to refresh this game. Plus, remember, we had a late start on this stream because I had to use that backup stream for an inning. So we got time, but thanks for the reminder. This pitch is a slider. Low and away to Josh Lowe, who began the offense tonight for the Rays with a home run off of Eflin. Talk about an ominous start. This pitch is low. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Soto got low to chase a bad one. And that's the first out here in the 6th. I was kidding, Chilo. I was trying to be. I was kidding. Of course. Team's winning. It's just like attendance at the ballpark. If the team's winning, people come out and watch the team. Team's losing, stadium goes empty. I know exactly why things are the way they are. I was making a joke. Why is it that when the team's losing, the numbers are down? Just a little bit of humor that apparently bombed. 0-2 the count on Low. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 6th, and he asks for time. Well, there's still a few innings left, Froggy. I got a feeling we'll see Selby in the game before the end of the ball game. We're gonna have to use what, 4 pitchers, 3 or 4. Or actually, no, we're not gonna have to pitch the bottom of the 9th if they win. There's another strikeout for Soto, back-to-back Ks. So we need 3 innings. Soto can give us 1. Selby can give us 1. Maybe even 2. Here is Yandy Diaz, and he takes a pitch just a bit in. Oh, no, they call that a strike. That's a strike. 0-1. Popping in about some cards you bought. What's wrong with the team? You don't follow them closely. My, the potty mouth on this guy. I know they shit can that loser manager. I know, everybody can curse. I've already given the pass. I know they shit can that loser manager, but that didn't work. It didn't work? I don't know. We've kind of been playing pretty well since Brandon Hyde left. Better anyway. Here's a foul ball off to the left by Diaz. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Since winning those final 2 games at Fenway, what has our record been? Here's a pitch off the foot of Diaz. Soto hits Diaz on the foot on a 1-2 count. Hit by pitch. And a 2-out base runner for the Rays. All right, let me do a quick count. Let's see. Since that second, okay, so 3-2, then 6 games. So 9-2, 9-3, 10-3, 10-5, 11-6. We are 14-6 in our last 20 games. But apparently getting rid of Hyde hasn't worked. We're playing 700 baseball in 20 games. But getting rid of that manager didn't help. Good take, John. Here's a pitch. And this is me, who's absolutely livid with Mansolino tonight with not pulling Eflin sooner. I'm not happy with our manager, but he's clearly been a better, presence leading the team than Hyde. If you look at the record. Jonathan Aranda has a 2-1 count right now. 2 down, runner at first. Aranda with 2 hits tonight. Well, like you said, John, you don't follow the team. There's a called strike. Evens it up at 2-2. But now you're all caught up. Now you know. Aranda leads all first basemen in the American League in batting average and OPS. He's also second in RBI. and with batting average with runners in scoring position. I did not know he was having such a good season. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Soto strikes out the side. He hits a batter. Otherwise, 3 strikeouts. Why can't we get an inning like that in a situation a little more helpful? I guess I can't complain. We're on to the 7th inning, folks. Westberg, O'Hearn, and Arias coming up. We got 9 outs to play with. Let's see. 6 runs down. You got to get a couple of back. You got to get a couple of back in this inning. Come on. I didn't know Baltimore still had a team. Right. Okay. Right. Out of town scores. What's happening? Phillies have a 1-run lead on the Marlins. Did I just catch that? It's a light schedule tonight. Astros and A's playing later. Red Sox, the Deverless Red Sox playing the Mariners. Yankees are scoreless with the Angels right now. Rockies won a game. They beat the Nats. Padres and Dodgers later. And I think that's it. Yeah. Phillies threatening to score, up by a run on the Marlins. We are getting our butts kicked right now. Just the whole combination of things, you know. It's a Monday. Road trip just starting. We're down in Tampa at some stupid minor league ballpark. And we're off to a start like this against a team that we really got to beat. Jordan Westberg looks at a first pitch strike. Pepiot was out there for his 7th inning of work. He's only on 81 pitches. This ground ball's up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman, but he bobbles it. And Westberg will have himself what should be an infield hit. All right, you got to start somewhere, folks. You got to start somewhere. Here is Ryan O'Hearn. He goes after the first pitch, hit it in the air, left center. That ball is going to be caught by the left fielder for the first out. Was hoping it might drop in no man's land. But O'Hearn is retired on 1 pitch. Hit into a double play his last time up. Tough night for O'Hearn so far. Hey, thank you, Jonathan, for liking and subscribing. Welcome to the BirdWatcher community. Sorry if you're an Oriole fan for the current score line. If you're a neutral fan, well, welcome aboard. And thanks for subscribing. Here's Ramon Arias. First pitch to him is a strike. Next one is low, 1-1 on Ramon. He is struck out both times up tonight already. Here's a ground ball. Third base, they go to second for 1. They go to first. It is a double play to kill the rally and end the inning. It is not our night tonight.
Stop it all. Big buck. Stop it all.
ugly. It is 7th inning stretch time down here in Tampa. I wish we could do this little ritual under better circumstances. Actually, I might be stuck. I can't type in any cakes right now. My chat. There it goes. All right. That's working now. All right, folks. Well, no, it's no. Every time somebody else puts in a message right now, yo, my chat is broken. I can't type in the chat, but I can just encourage everybody else. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle.
Thank God I'm a country boy. 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 Thank God I'm a country boy.
Yeah, I can't, like, the chat is bleeding over the area at the bottom where I would type in or hit the emojis. It's all covered up by extra chat. I don't know what's happening. Everything's screwy tonight, folks. I'll be right back. Hang in there. Thanks for being here. And, you know. Breaking news, Colin Selby is on the pitch. Oh, you're too late, Janet. First pitch from Selby's a curveball low to Junior Caminero. Another curveball that is hit on the ground and through the hole past Henderson, in the left field, a base hit. Leadoff hit given up by Selby. Odds of a comeback. About the same odds as there ever being a sequel to the movie Titanic, I'd say. Swing and a miss by Mangum, who's got a 3-hit night working. 3 for 3. That pitch in the dirt from Selby, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Mangum. Doesn't this guy have his own line of prophylactics? There is a sequel to Titanic? What's it called? 800 Funerals? Or that's morbid. What, too soon? Here's a ground ball foul off to left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Huh? What? What happened? Bruh. Hey, it's our nightly bruh. What came out in 2010? There's no... What? Did James Cameron sign off on this? What sequel to Titanic in 2010? There's a called strike 3. Selby gets a strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, what's it called? Is that the name? Titanic 666? 6666? What is this? Caballero takes a first pitch strike at the top of the zone. He is 0 for 3. 7-1 Rays, bottom of the 7th, runner at first and 1 out. Directed by Shane Van Dyke. What is the name, Gaming Kitchen? What is the official name of the movie? Hey, PETA, I have to get rid of that comment because everybody can curse, but for some reason YouTube hates that P word. So I gotta 86 that. Just call it adult films. That's how we do it around here. Titanic 2, 2010. All right, I'm going in. I'm Googling Titanic 2, 2010. Oh my God. What is this nonsense? This is like a whatchamacallit? This is like a fan film. Who are these people? Hey, this movie is so good you can just watch it on YouTube for free. Line drive down the left field line. Foul. Danny Jansen at the plate, nearly with a double down the left field line. The count is now 0-2 on him. 2 out, runner at first. Hey, folks, yeah. It's directed by Shane Van Dyke and also stars Shane Van Dyke. This guy's a threat. It's also got a bunch of other A-listers. Swing and a miss. Selby strikes out Jansen and the inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, so yeah, we've got some real heavy hitters in this one. Bruce Davidson, folks. Marie Westbrook. Michelle Glavin. Brooke Burns. Carrie Van Dyke, who's obviously related to the director star Shane Van Dyke. Whitley Jordan. D.C. Douglas and Miles Cranford. You know, I was thinking maybe DiCaprio, maybe Winslet. Titanic 2 is a 2010 American drama disaster film. Despite the title, it is not a sequel to the 1997 acclaimed film. Says it right there in plain English. Not a sequel. So technically, you're wrong. Whoops, wrong button.
Big buck, stop it all.
Sequel to Titanic. It would just be a 90-minute movie of people scooping up corpses out of the water. What's the story? It's over. Sorry for the visual. Hey, how's everybody doing? Now, if you want to talk about a good Cameron movie, yeah. What about Piranha 2? Piranha 2, did anybody know that? That's James Cameron's directorial debut. Piranha 2. That was pre-Terminator. I have points. What kind of points you want? I don't know. Can I exchange my points for runs? I would like 7 runs, please. I'll give you all my points. Is Pepiot out here for the 8th? Wow. Folks, Ryan Pepiot is shutting us down through 7, and he's in there for the 8th. Ced Mullins at the plate. First pitch is a called strike. Pepiot is painting. Mullins with a high fly ball in terms of height, but it doesn't leave the infield. It'll be caught at first base by Aranda, 1 out in the 8th. I mean, this has been one of the just least inspiring games to watch so far this season. I mean, there's been worse games, giving up crazy amounts of runs, but for a team that looks to have turned a corner, again, playing .700 baseball over the last 20 games, this one tonight is a real dud. There's a called strike to Cowser. He's 0 for 2 and struck out both times. Brian, respectfully, no on the mod request. 2-1 the count on Cowser. Swing and a miss. Count even up at 2-2. You are the type of person where everyone says they want a Big Mac from McDonald's, but you instead go to Burger King and come back with double Whoppers with cheese. I have been giving valuable. What in the world did I just read? Swing and a miss. Cowser's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Big buck, stop it all.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
I'll do the guys quickly just to forget this one.
Here is Dylan Carlson with 2 down. First pitch is a strike. Pepiot's on 94 pitches, about to get through 8 innings. Here is a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Oh, wait, there's more. I've been giving valuable information on Michael Jordan's and LeBron's PEDs, and we should care. Oh. What does that have to do with a Big Mac, McDonald's, and Burger King? What? I'm still confused, Jonathan. 0-2 the count on Carlson. Pitch off the plate by a foot, 1-2. This is a more confusing conversation than the Titanic sequel. 1 run on 4 hits and an error for the Orioles. That's it. You've got information from Oh, so are we making a Family Guy reference and I'm just not catching on? My bad. I have no idea. Swing and a miss, and Carlson strikes out. Ryan Pepiot looks as strong in the 8th inning as he has all ball game. The Orioles have gotten blown away by a hell of a start by Ryan Pepiot. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Pepiot, 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 1 run, 10 strikeouts. Sorry, make it 11. 11 strikeouts for Pepiot. Ugly box score tonight. Time running out. We've got 3 outs left. Not looking good, folks. Not looking good. Oh, you're writing a Family Guy scene. For who? Huh? I'm confused. I'm confused. Help. Help. Folks, so once again, expect Trevor Rogers to start the third game of this series. The Orioles kind of opened up a spot on the day that Rogers is due to pitch, pushing, what is it? I think Morton to the final game, and then Sagano will pitch game one against the Yankees on the weekend. Once again, K. Povich on the 15-day DL with hip inflammation. Yeah, can I go back to that Titanic 2? Let me look at this. Titanic 2 was released direct to TV in Australia. It wasn't even shown in the States. A direct-to-TV non-sequel shown on Australian television one day in August. How do you even know about this? So you were the one that watched this. It shows right here. Here are the ratings. One person watched this. All right, Selby's out here for a second inning of work, and why not? Let's just max him out. Save the rest of these arms for tomorrow. Christopher Morel at the plate, 1-1 pitch. That one's hit well on the left. That ball's going to get down, bounce up against the wall and over the wall for a ground rule double. Man, what an ugly game. Well, there are reports that Michael Jordan and LeBron James took steroids, so I'm going to stick with Family Guy until they launch a Mitchell Report investigation on the NBA. Okay. Now, the tough question. Why are you explaining any of this to us? What does anything you're talking about have to do with anything? I'm just curious. 1-0 pitch. Call it a strike. 1-1 on Josh Lowe, who's up again. I gotcha. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch bounced in there, but Lowe swung at it anyway. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. 7-1 Rays. It's been all Tampa from the start. Swing and a miss. Chased a bad pitch. And Lowe strikes out. One out in the 8th. What's that about an updated picture of what? Are you talking about the scoreboard? Here is Brandon Lau. He's got a home run tonight. Well, Calvin, that's hard to do when Cade Povich is now on the DL. Obviously, Rogers is going to step in for Povich. Here's a ground ball to first. A bit of a bobble there, but nice recovery by O'Hearn. Gets it to the pitcher covering for the second out. Morel moves up to third base. And, you know, just to be fair, maybe it wouldn't have been so pathetic if Mansolino would have taken him out when it was clear that he didn't have it. Eflin's not going to take himself out of the ball game. I think, you can say Eflin had a bad start, but I think you can say it's a 50-50 split. He had a bad start, and Mansolino did a bad job in handling a bad Eflin start. Swing and a miss on a curveball. I mean, you do realize Eflin came into this game with a 6-2 record for a team 10 games under 500. I really don't understand why some of you guys get so down on some of our players that really don't deserve it. Here's a swing and a miss. Selby with another strikeout. Couple of decent innings from Selby. Still don't think he's going to survive the roster after Rogers gets called up in a couple of days. But, hey, he ate up a couple of innings for us. Thanks, Selby. We go to the 9th, down 6. At least Povich pitched better than Eflin. He pitched 3 2/3 innings. And overall, Eflin's had a much better season. Calvin, what are you talking about? You want to pull up the numbers? Just look at them. Look at what Zach Eflin's numbers were before this start. Oh, we've got a lot of opinions. They're just rolling in. Rapid fire now. Okay. Let's give Britton the job. What else? Anything else, Calvin? Folks, I don't know why I'm trying to keep it a secret. I just, for some reason, don't like Calvin. I don't know what it is. So, judgment call. All right. We go to the 9th. Jackson Holliday's at the plate and goes after the first pitch, fouls it away. There is a new pitcher on finally for the Rays, a right-hander by the name of Whitley. Pitch is inside, 1-1. Holliday is 0 for 2. I think he's drawn a walk tonight. He has a walk. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Eflin came in tonight with a 6-2 record and a 3.4 ERA on a team that's in last place. But apparently, one bad outing, and let's just all shit. Let's just all squat over Zach Eflin and defecate on him. Let's all take a turn. I just don't get some of the attitudes out there sometimes. I don't get it. One and two the count on Holiday, up and away. Count is 2-2. I mean, look, I will attack a player when it makes sense. I think we had a reason to be unhappy with what Kyle Gibson was doing with the team, right? I think we're all in agreement there. Here's a ground ball to second. Holiday's out, one away in the ninth. You know, that's not hard to judge, right? I think we can all agree last year when we went out and brought in Eloy Jimenez, he stunk it up. Guy was awful. I've got no problems in saying so. Zach Eflin? Last I checked, I thought we were happy with him. I thought some people want him extended. I thought some people were saying, where would we be without him? But apparently, yeah, we should all just take a giant dump on Zach Eflin. Okay. Makes sense. Here's Adley Rutschman. First pitch to him is a strike. 1 out in the ninth. That pitch is low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Called strike 2. Whitley hits the inside corner at the knees. Rutschman 1 for 3. Again, the only offense on the night. A solo home run that is only a home run here and in the Bronx. We've been out hit 14-4. That ball's lifted into center. Will it drop in? It's an over-the-shoulder catch made by Caballero, the shortstop, and he made it look casual. On a dead run, his back to the infield, Caballero made it look easy. 2 down in the ninth. They currently have the number 1 wild card spot if the season ended today. So I would say Tampa shouldn't be considered shitty. The 0-1 to Gunner is popped up, and that should end the game. On the infield, the shortstop will make the catch, and the Orioles start a road trip in a 4-game series against the Rays in very forgettable fashion. No offense, bad pitching, bad managing, throw in an error if you'd like. It was ugly. One moment of a little bit of fun, an Adley Rutschman home run, a solo shot. Otherwise, this was a miserable night at a frickin' spring training ballpark in Florida. What am I doing here? 3 more nights to go. What are we gonna do here? I just want to turn off the stream and run and go get something to eat, but let me collect my thoughts here for a sec. Final score 7-1 Rays. The Orioles go back to 11 games under 500, a record of 30-41. So that's 71 games played, 91 to go. What are we doing? I mean, my biggest thing tonight is just, you knew Zach Eflin didn't have it tonight. You saw it. First batter of the ball game, gives up a home run. I mean, that's red flag number 1. He gives up a run in the first. He gives up a run in the second. He gives up a run in the third. If you're giving up runs in every inning, that seems like a red flag too. Not to mention that in those 3 innings, we were extremely fortunate in only giving up the 1 run in those innings. There was traffic out there. We got a couple of double plays, and luckily it kept us, a competitive game, just hoping the bats would figure it out. But we get to the 4th inning. We score a run. We make it 3-1. You're hoping, all right, let's move on from Eflin. No, he goes back out there for the fourth, gives up 2 runs. Now we go to the 5th inning, and you're thinking, okay, Eflin's now given up runs in every inning through 4, and this last one, he's given up 2. Surely, in the 5th inning, with it still being a 5-1 game, half a game to play, still within reach, time to move on from Eflin. No. Bring him on out for the 5th. Have him cough up 2 more. What are you doing, Mansolino? You did not give us a chance to win this game. You did not give us a chance to come back in this game. And I know we only scored 1 run, so, it probably, I guess, doesn't really matter. But it's a tone. It's a tone I don't want to see. I don't want to see us just roll over halfway through a ball game. Now, I get it. We're in the middle of a long stretch of games without a day off. This is a 4-game series, and you have to look ahead. You don't want to completely waste your bullpen. But, part of the problem is we don't have a long man out there, really. I mean, I guess Selby can give you 2 innings if need be. Blewett can give you a couple innings if need be. Aiken can give you a couple if need be, but I don't know, folks. Maybe with Eflin, we need to try something called the Tiger Technique. The Tiger Technique? Dum, dum, dum. What is that?
Hey, you watch me every day. Hey, you watch me every day.
Oh, my goodness. Let me take a look at tomorrow's matchup, and then I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out and watching this very... Hey, guess what? The game just hit the 2-hour mark. It just ended itself. Thank you, game. I couldn't have asked for a nicer, better timed shutdown of the game there. Tomorrow's game is going to be same start time as tonight's. 7:35 first pitch. We'll be on the air here at 7:20. It's going to be Dean Kramer against Zach Littell. Littell has a 6-6 record. Wow, 12 decisions already. 3.84 ERA. And a pretty good whip of 1.11. Sort of a reverse of, who was that last guy we played in Anaheim? Oh, Kikuchi. Kikuchi had a low ERA but a high whip. Littell here has a high ERA compared to a pretty low whip of 1.11. He is right-handed, though. That's good. We tend to do better against righties, though if you look at the last 48 hours, we beat up on a lefty and just got shut down by a righty, so maybe that trend is starting to turn. I don't know. But Zach Littell against Dean Kramer tomorrow. Get on over here at 7:20. If you're a little bit late, no problem, but don't be any later than 7:30. You want to be here for the first pitch. And the Orioles are going to try to even up this series. The objective still remains win 3 out of 4 against Tampa. It's still possible. Losing the first game makes the possibility extremely difficult, but it's not impossible. We got to show up. If we don't show up tomorrow, then we're back on that train of we just can't make it up. We have to keep going, folks. We got to rebound. All right? I'll say this. In the 20-game stretch where we've won 14 and lost 6, whenever we've had one of those 6 losses in there, every one of them hurt, and we're thinking well, we just lost, or we lost a couple in a row in there, and you're like, all right, maybe this crazy idea of coming back it's just too out of reach. You might feel that way after this game. It's hard not to. Offense wasn't there. Pitching wasn't there. It was just a bad game all the way around. But come on back tomorrow. If we do even up this series, maybe we can get some confidence and start running off some wins here. This was a bad game. I want to put it behind me, so I'm leaving. I'm going to check in here real quick. Give me a second and look at something. Thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat, as always, for all the great work you guys are doing to keep the chat nice and charming. Obviously, I lifted the cursing ban after things got out of control tonight. We'll be back into regular charm mode tomorrow, at least for as long as we don't shit the bed again like we did tonight. Thanks to everybody in the Charm City chat. Got a nice crowd here tonight. But that's going to do it for me. I have got to get something to eat. I am starving. Come on back tomorrow. We need to do better than this. And I think tomorrow the hat is going to join me because no sign of the hat tonight. Maybe that was the problem. Blame the hat. All right? Have a good night's sleep, everybody. Try and forget this one and come on back tomorrow. Until then, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.